What's up? What's up? It's Saucy Rossy, the Canadian king of backyard barbecue, and I made these absolutely delicious pulled pork sliders. This recipe is so simple and entry level for barbecue low and slow. So if you're new to this world, I highly suggest you stick around, check out this entire video, make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below if you did end up trying this, what you thought was the best part. It's so delicious and just fun. Come on along for the ride. So starting off here, I smoked an outlandish amount of pork shoulder. I have an entire blade roast and a bone-in shoulder roast. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, guys, but basically I got a new huge offset smoker and it can easily fit this plus way more. So I got really excited and thought to myself, hey, let's go buy a lot of pork. Now I'm seasoning it today with Bar-B-Quispice by the Royal Nova Company. They're based out of Quispamsis, New Brunswick. It's pretty slick, this seasoning. I really enjoy it. It's extraordinarily versatile. It goes fantastic with pork. You probably have seen me cook ribs with it before. I have also made just pulled pork with it before, so it's definitely a must try. Now today I'm using my RNR custom built 180 gallon offset smoker, and I'm using applewood that I locally sourced from a local apple orchard, Noggins Corner, in the valley of Nova Scotia. Holy cow, though. Look at these two pork shoulders. So I've got them above two tinfoil trays on wire racks, and that's just so that I can kind of like catch the juices, also to keep my offset soaker kind of clean, right? You know, I don't really want all that pork juice dripping in there. It's not the end of the world, but like, you know, just makes things easier to clean up. So we're just rolling low and slow here, 7 or 8 hours of just like 250-ish, 275. Nothing too crazy, nothing too intense. Like I said, low and slow, that's the name of the game. And this R&R custom built offset smoker is perfect for that. It holds temps so beautifully. I love this thing. It's 10 out of 10. Just like these pork shoulders, they're developing a beautiful bark and they're just coming along gorgeously. Now, I've been spritzing them about every hour or so with apple cider vinegar just to make sure that that bark doesn't completely dry out. But boy, oh boy, it's just smelling amazing. That apple wood just smells incredible. And with that hint of pork that's just bellowing off of it, oh buddy, it's just a 10 out of 10. Look at these. They look absolutely gorgeous. So let's go ahead, pull them off, because what we're going to do next is add a little bit of apple juice into the tinfoil tray with the pork shoulder itself. We want to almost like braise the pork shoulder. That's going to be how we're finishing this off, because 7 or 8 hours isn't totally enough to get these fully up to like 200 degrees. So like I was saying earlier, I'm checking it with a probe regularly, like a meat thermometer, to try and monitor the temperature. And at 165, 170, that's when we're actually pulling it off. And so I grabbed apple juice from Compliments, local to my neighborhood. Sobeys is where I picked this up at. And it's just 100% pure apple juice. Poured some on, I don't know, probably about a third of the container. So that's probably about a third of a liter or so. Not actually, maybe even less than that. Nothing crazy at all. And then we're just going to wrap it in that tin foil, and we're just going to get it back on to either the offset smoker, or if you want to be lazier about this, you can even throw it right in the oven. Where we're wrapping it with tin foil, that smoke isn't going to be penetrating any longer. So using the oven is not only consistent, but it's less effort. So I'm perfectly fine with you taking that route. It just kind of makes sense, right? So what you want to do is throw it in the oven. You want to bring it up to about 200 degrees before you can just throw your hand into it like that. It's just going to shred apart, right? But that's basically it. It's really straightforward. At this point, we just shred it up. So that probably would have been about 7 to 8 hours smoked, and then about 2 more hours in the oven. And when I had it in the oven, I had it in at 300. Pork shoulders can actually take a little bit higher heat in the low and slow zone. Normally low and slow means 225 to 275, but you can actually rock a pork shoulder, especially bone in, at 325. I like to bring it down a little bit at 300, but you know me, whatever. Now, let's talk about those delicious sliders. Now, I'm mixing up this pulled pork here with some sweet with a Little Heat BBQ Sauce. This is by Royal Nova Company, the same people that made the dry rub I'm using today. I mixed it in here with this pulled pork, and then I just got it spread out onto a King's Hawaiian roll. Pretty straightforward stuff, making sure that I got a nice thick layer on there. We're going for big old sliders today. These are going to be absolutely fantastic. Holy cow. By the way, I'm having a lot of fun just putting this together. This entire recipe was just simple, straightforward, and easy. And I love those kind of recipes. I love getting the chance to share them with you as well. So yeah, just a 10 out of 10, seriously. Now, honestly, we're getting this fully packed. You don't need to put this much if you don't want to, but I was really hungry. You're going to see when I cut the cross section, you're probably going to say like, what the hell, man? Okay, let's go ahead, grab that sweet with a Little Heat barbecue sauce, give it one last quick drizzle over top because this stuff tastes fantastic. Throw on some onions. Red onion is what I'm using today, but white onion would have been perfectly fine. And some sliced up pickles. I really enjoy pickles with pulled pork along with onion. Mustard would have been another addition here that I would have enjoyed, but not today. Anyway, some shredded cheese all over this as well, because that's definitely not going to hurt anything here. I mean, when was the last time adding cheese really messed up a recipe, right? Especially with sliders. Then let's top on that lid. We're going to hit it with a little bit of butter, and then at the very end, we're going to put just a touch of that barbecue seasoning we used a little bit earlier, that Bar-B-Quispice by Royal Nova Company. Okay, so let's go ahead, just that quick drizzle. Then we're going to throw this in the oven at 325. And basically, you're just waiting until it gets nice and golden brown, and that pulled pork is just going to be ready to go into your gut, right? Check out this cross section. This is hilarious. This is like the king of sliders right here. Check that out. Oh my goodness. That's jam-packed pulled pork perfection. Ready to just get stuffed in my gut and just make me rumble and grumble with some delicious food as I digest. Oh, buddy. This is exactly what I want when I want barbecue. Just a delicious slider packed with that pulled pork, the pickle and onion on there along with that cheese. It's seriously delicious. This is going to be incredible. Oh, if you're still watching, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. If you haven't done so already, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm always dropping recipes just like this, trying to help out regular home cooks just like myself get better at using their barbecues, giving them simple recipes they can follow to get better this season using their grill. So like and subscribe. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm always dropping recipes, just pictures, and just barbecue content, reviews, interviews, all that kind of stuff. I got a lot of cool things planned this summer. I've been booked into a number of events. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Stick around, have fun, take care, and stay safe.